when the higher you climb, the windier it gets. And especially as brothers, and brothers always, and mostly actually brothers in families, older brother, younger brother, roughly 1 to 2 years apart, maybe 3 years apart, have the toughest relationship with one another. And ours just happens to have a bunch of people watching us go through ebbs and waves. And I didn't want that conversation to air. I said that to everybody, and I said it just makes us both look bad. And you guys
right.
still aired it.
Yeah.
And it was a conversation that we don't get to have often, and people never understand like how busy our lives get, and finding the time to have those conversations sometimes is impossible. And that's unfortunately what happened. But I think it felt good to have it and just get some frustrations off the chest.
The content of the conversation wasn't the issue. The issue was that it was aired online, and you were right. And Schultz asked me, he's like, "Why did that conversation see the light of day?" And there's some scrubbing that needs to be done internally of why that happened. And I think it was just the speed at which we move, the busy lives that we live. Is like, I don't often think of the implications of what the fuck I'm doing. And I think it was just like a, record, post, move on situation.
We had the call out, but I think you and I, at the end of the day, it comes down to a conversation between you and I. We get the feedback from the people who watch and review. And I think we've always strived on this show to show a side of ourselves that we don't always love that much. If something comes out that portrays us as vulnerable or imperfect, or
well, that's what I'm saying, Mike. Like, we are in a position where our lives, as a fault of our own, or intentionally, is here for people to critique. And sometimes that can be good, and sometimes that can be bad. People will watch an episode, and brothers especially, and be like, "Oh, I have had a conversation like that with my brother. Oh, maybe he got a little too far here. Logan has some stuff he needs to work on." Which the big takeaway for me is, and Jake, you're so wise. You're the little brother, but in many ways, I think you're more emotionally mature than me, and you've given me a ton of like feedback on my character, my personal direction in life, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, dude. Like, I am a severely imperfect human being, and sometimes I need to be re-railed and steered back in the right direction. And like, everyone in this room is here to help me do that, and sometimes I need to
help each other.
Yeah,
it's not just like, and everyone's severely imperfect. And like you said earlier, we are in the world of being criticized and watched and hawked, and people want to see us fall oftentimes. And we're just here to help each other, all as humans, get better, honestly.
Trying. Yeah. And you helped me get immensely better, dude. And I try to take all the feedback, and honestly, being in this camp has been